Greetings fellow figure fans, and welcome to this, the 23rd Colonel Marbles Miniatures Review vidcast, bringing you, as always, a short digest of the best new and upcoming sci-fi and fantasy 28 to 32mm miniatures. There's lots of new mini news this week, so I've had to prune down the list to my top 10. I'm very pleased to say the show continues to be sponsored by Rattlehead Games, fine purveyors of many of the independent sci-fi and fantasy figures featured in the show. At number 10 this week we have a newcomer to the cast, it's Spriggan Miniatures. This is a Spug Theta drone, a one-piece model armed as you can see here with what they're calling a powered staff weapon, and this fine little mini will cost you £150 UK. Another newcomer, Hydra Miniatures, are at number 9. And I'm reliably informed that this is a Vardu Sproutling or young plant man to you and I, and he's forthcoming from a prehistoric fantasy game, Primal Dawn, which is slated for release in the summer of 2008. And a fresh new entrant last week, Jonas Daimal, is back again this week, at number 8. This two-axe-wielding barbarian maniac can be yours for €4. I'm not sure about the way he's holding those axes, but he's still a very dynamic figure. And moving on to number 7 in our countdown, it's Eldorado. This mercenary figure was sculpted by Thomas David, and will be given away free with the first 1,500 copies of the forthcoming French rulebook, although I believe it will be available to buy separately later. Her armoured boots are a little out of place in my opinion. It looks like she's part of the Kiss army more than anything else. Crocodile Games and War Gods are at number 6. This is King Tychedes II from the new Sparta range of figures. Not bad, and certainly a lot better than the frankly dull rank and file figures. There's no excuse for these Spartan Honour Guard, however, which are really cheesy and lifeless, and well below the sort of thing you'd expect from a premium manufacturer like Crocodile Games. Another newcomer makes his way onto the Marbles charts is Tom Aurelian at number 5. This German company has 2 new Dwarf Slayer figures coming out, both designed by Thomas Eram. Priced at €9.95 for both Slayers. Nice figures in a very Games Workshop kind of way. Or is that a contradiction in terms? Also they have this very Lord of the Rings style cave troll for €22.95. The aping of the GW style is clearly deliberate here. At number 4, it's an old favourite of this show, the fabulous Bob Ollie. Yes, our old chum Mr. Ollie has got more scrunts in the pipeline. This time, however, he's going for something different in that it's a selection of tank commanders. Bob really is cornering the market in squats, space dwarfs, and these will be a great addition to his range. The splendidly named Orc from Bilbao, yet another Spanish miniatures company, what are they putting in the water over there, are at number 3. They have 7 new figures just released for a 30mm fantasy football range. All of them are sculpted by Edgar Ramos, and this werebear sells for €7. And this Joker-inspired referee is certainly rather different. And of course everyone needs a crazed halfling chainsaw dude in their collection, and this one can be yours for €6. The entire set of 7 figures is selling for €45. Another new company, Alchemy, make it to number 2 this week. Alchemy is a forthcoming game and mini-range from a French company called Kraken Editions. Seems to be similar in many ways to the setup for Eldorado. Anyway, on the left is a knight with what looks like a chaos-tainted right arm, and on the left a Friar Tuck-like figure who looks rather fun. But I have to say, this meaty ogre figure is a pick of the previews I've seen so far. Sponsored in part by Blue Table Painting, your first choice for an excellent miniatures painting service. But the number 1 spot this week goes to Horde's Evolution. These are some blurry pics, I'm afraid, of upcoming releases from Privateer Press. This Gator Man will definitely be an addition to my Nubian or Fantasy Darkest Africa army. And this Gator Man Shaman looks very good too. It'll be interesting to see how they size up against War God's Sebeki figures. And this is a Tharn Wolf Rider, which is apparently, as you can see here, a badass half-naked lady on an angry-looking wolf, and frankly I'm all in favour of those. This one with the skull headdress and antlers on the wolf looks very cool. Just great stuff from Privateer Press. Okay, we've come to the end of another exciting episode of the Colonel Marbles Miniatures Review vidcast. Thanks for your continued interest, and I hope to see you back here, same time, same place, next week.